Plug in some attitude with Sound Toys.
Hey Girts, nice to see you again. Another show, another European city. This time, I don't know, London's okay, but Berlin's pretty happening, right?
Berlin is where Berlin techno is happening.
Exactly. And something you've made a career out of, really, frankly. So it's pretty good. So what are you showing today? You've got a few new things, right?
We always have few new things, and this time we decided to focus. So we have one Eurorack item, which is Resonant EQ, and it appeared, we first showed it like 6 years ago on some Perfect Circuit live event, but we somehow set the project apart, and now we have it revitalized, and
right.
And as other thing, we have Nightverb, a desktop reverb unit.
Oh, that's nice.
With most amount of controls over parameters. So let's talk about each of them.
Yeah,
right?
okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Resonant EQ. It's what we found that Eurorack needs some new blood, infuse some new blood in it. So we developed analog and digital fusion module. So Resonant EQ is essentially analog resonant equalizer with digital control over over parameters, which brings us plenty of unseen in other modules functionality, meaning we have sound of analog resonant equalizer with all possibilities with digital control.
Right, yeah, I got you.
Right, so we have several modes. If I go to EQ mode, which is the obvious one, so I can select different bands and just increase or decrease level of a band. We have different resonance configurations here, so you can configure resonance so that it feeds back from each individual brand or several several brands. So basically can play the equalizer as an instrument itself.
So is that the same as a filter bank, or is it slightly different?
Yeah, basically it's filter bank, but here you can save presets.
Right, okay.
And then there are some hidden features, like you can turn the resonant equalizer into the filter. Yes, here we can emulate action of low-pass filter just by decreasing and increasing, boosting or cutting some bands. Right? We can go to high-pass filter as well, bandpass filter.
Neat.
With different bandwidths.
I mean, you could make the Q 90 degree, the cut 90 degrees, I guess.
Almost. Yeah, because bands are spaced in specific frequencies, so you can technically not get 90 degrees cut. But still it's very close to it, because and notch filter as well. So if you go to notch filtering, then again, and when you increase resonance, then it can go to quite extreme things. But the most important thing is basically saving patches and loading them. So I choose some preset patch, and I can load it straight away during the performance.
Right.
Which makes it a very unique thing.
Is it mono or stereo? Is it?
It's mono, but it has even and odd out, so you can separate bands in different different.
So does it get that? Are we talking the kind of effects that we might hear from? So you get that kind of combing or harmonics, the sort of almost sounds like a phaser at times. I mean, there's all sorts of ways that it can be implemented, right?
Yes, see, the band separation is similar to Surge resonant equalizer, because we found that it sounds the best. We have 10 bands, and the frequencies of each individual band is similar to what we have on Surge resonant equalizer. And in that case, you can have basically resonance.
What's the range? It goes from what's the lowest to the highest?
The lowest is 29 hertz, and the highest is 11 kilohertz.
Wow. Okay. So it's good.
Fixed bands. But the beauty of digital control is that you can develop all kind of crazy modulation things which are not available on like regular analog resonant equalizer. And the nice thing is that you have CV control over each band, right?
Wow. Okay.
And also it can be clocked. So with clocking, you can have clocked patch changes or do some shift register emulation.
Right.
You go to clock mode, and then I will insert some modulation patch, and as I do some modulations here, but the modulation somehow doesn't. Here. Anyway, let's go to EQ mode.
Yeah, there's the shift register.
Yeah. And obviously you can recall presets. So the last preset is notch filter.
So does it have a kind of filter type? Does it have a characteristic? Effectively, you know, because I mean, a lot of filters. There's a mode characteristic. The sound. Does it have a sound? Is it a clean filter? Is it a dirty filter? What's it?
See, because the filter bank is designed to have a response as a surge resonant equalizer, so you can expect that it will sound like a surge resonant equalizer, but. When you push resonance into extremes, which you will see when my genius colleagues will perform, it can go to like really extreme distortion areas and so. And other instrument we will feature here is the Nightverb, developed in collaboration with 112 decibel guys from Netherlands. So. When we started development on this one, we wanted to have the most hands-on control on parameters of the reverb.
Yeah.
And also the custom algorithm makes it special because we did not want to emulate any classical reverbs, but we want to have like really our own character of the reverb.
Right.
I mean, what it sets it apart, that you can freeze the reverb and higher harmonics will not fade out. So basically you can play the reverb as an instrument.
I'm a big I'm a big fan of that. I'm all over this. So. And is that available under control as well?
Yeah. So the idea is that you can control it in freeze mode. You can control it with a MIDI keyboard, or we'll have also quantized response on the reverb size knob.
Interesting.
Yeah, and what it says in the user manual that reverb size can be from very tiny box to beyond any man-made structure.
I like that.
It's beyond comprehension.
Yeah, well, that's always a good thing to aim for, I think, when you do. So, is it a fixed algorithm, or is there multiple algorithms?
There are multiple algorithms. The algorithm basically is same, but because you have so many controls, so you can save large amount of patches, which are custom made for.
Is that stereo in, stereo out?
Stereo in, stereo out, yes. MIDI control over all parameters, so you can automate any parameter from
nice.
DAW, for instance. And
I mean, I'm sure people are asking, is it going to go in a rack at some point?
Not really.
Not really.
We do not consider it making Eurorack thing,
fair
because
enough.
too many controls, and
I understand.
and this one actually completes or adds to our small desktop unit setups. Like we have baseline DB01 or LXR02. So this is exactly same form factor, and as you may feel, we are building a nice compact setup for electronic.
So what sort of price are you aiming for this, do you think? Have you got
around 450 euros ex VAT, and it's already in production, so you may expect it have out for end of June or something.
Okay, what about the EQ?
EQ is same, hardware is completed, so we're putting it production. So this year we decided not to promote any module which is not almost ready for production.
Right, okay.
Or in production.
Well, that's very big of you, because it must be very tempting, because when you're working on stuff.
Yes,
so what price is the EQ? Have you got
not known yet, but around 300 and so on.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So, and these will be available like later in the year, and then with a month or two.
During the summer. Yeah, and now I think one thing is to explain what features are. Other thing is to hear how they work. So we have Genius colleagues, Codec.
Oh, nice to see you.
And yeah, so we'll set up some short sound demo, right? Yeah.